What up, peoples? Professor A coming at you again.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Quote Reese Bobby: "If you ain't first, you're last." I'm gonna keep harping on this. I'm kind of in the mood about this. It's always funny how most men choose to ignore that statement. I just did that video the other day. Just because the one who's great in the bedroom doesn't make the best groom. Didn't get a lot of hits. That was literally an article a woman wrote giving you guys the blueprint on why the majority of these marriages fail. It's funny whenever you bring this up. We live in a society that you must be bitter, you're gay, little dick, you get no bitches. And it's like dudes don't want to accept that truth. We live in a hookup culture. What are you people expecting out here? Chaste? Purity? The majority of women you come across are going to be sampled in some form or fashion. We're going there again. I'm going to keep talking about it. Especially the path I'm walking. Most women you're going to get involved with are going to be sampled in some form or fashion. 10 bodies is considered low. Did that show that video? You're the guy with the roses. How are you not the guy with the roses? Dudes be laughing at other guys, Logan Paul, Steve Harvey, Adam 22 Jumper, and all these other dudes. And meanwhile, you're not that woman's first. You're literally just doing the same thing. Your wives, girlfriends are the same. What are we talking about here? Piggyback a little bit off BOA on this, and the clips are ready. Again, more Mr. Fundamentals. Y'all here tired of hearing me talk about it. I'm going to keep talking about it, man. Again, we kick God out of schools. Misuse of the sex force. It's just sex. Yeah, I'm going to keep talking about it. What kind of outcomes are you people expecting from this? Strong family, pair bonding? You can't. Once they've been in the streets and chaos becomes their normal, there ain't nothing you can do. If you ain't first, you're last. This is funny how that glosses over most dudes' heads. I told you, I'm not too shocked about that because most dudes fall for makeup. If you fall for that witchcraft, what other witchcraft are you going to fall for? I don't know. What I know, I'm broken, Dusty.
And the majority of women, man, they don't know. Here's the thing, man. Here's the reality. And it's true for us too as men. If you have a string of failed relationships, the only thing you can assess is yourself. If you haven't arrived at the point where you assess yourself, then all you're gonna do is fail and waste somebody's damn time. So these are the type of things I want to talk to a woman about. You understand? Like if we talking, I want to know. I want to be able to help her understand that you ain't built for that. The thing you said you want, you ain't ready for it. You ain't built for it. You got some healing to do. You got some healing, willing, and dealing to do. So I know that the majority of time you meet a woman out here, man, she's not gonna be of this mindset because it take a woman to get in her 30s or 40s before she reach this mindset.
Right there, right off the rip. Right off the rip. Most of them aren't going to start really slowing down and start, okay, start looking at the AI until in their 30s and 40s. By that time,
I'm at the stage in my life where I want a husband, but then I think, okay, there's no way I can get everything from one man, right? It's like I need one guy to bang me, one guy to cook for me, one guy to make me laugh, one guy to build furniture for me. So maybe I'm not looking for a husband, maybe I'm looking for a staff.
that's where they are by the time they start realizing that. That's where they are. That just glosses over most of you dudes' heads. These are a lot of your wives and girlfriends right now. Voltron, you're the human wallet. Just did that video, didn't get a lot of hits. Over half, 52% of women are with men who don't give them an orgasm. 66, 70% would rather do something else than bang their husband. I'm not trying to scare you from relationships. I'm trying to let you know that the woman you're getting involved with, if you ain't first, you're last. And especially if you're not out there in the streets like that. It's a high probability you're not going to be that guy, especially if you're a guy that's busting your ass trying to make something yourself. You ain't going to have time to do all that shit. Especially if you're making 6-7 figures legitimate, you're going to be busting your ass. You're going to be working. You ain't going to have time to be out there in the streets, learn how to be chaotic, learn how to be the type of man that she wants. It's just not going to work. That's not going to work. So it's a high probability you're not going to match her imprint. That's all I'm trying to say is you need to be aware out there. Most men, that is most men right now, chaos becomes their normal. And now she's ready for you. And a lot of these women are under the impression that you can just flip it like a switch on and off. And again, some of you guys can't either. You out there in the streets had the dopamine rushes of Debbie Does Dallas. She tossing your salad and giving you head, making your toes curl. You're never going to forget that. You might get your little boring lady, and she just kind of give you mediocre sex because you've been all around the world, been to Thailand with donkeys and all that debaucherous shit y'all be doing. You're not going to turn that off. You can't go backwards sexually. She can't go backwards in lifestyle. People need to be realistic out here. And if you want multiple wives, you need to tell them that shit up front. But most of y'all don't because you want to have your cake and eat it too.
Ain't a woman in her 20s that's in this mindset. Now, there's a woman who you met in her 20s that you wasn't in no relationship before you. Oh, well, I guess she was in a relationship because she wasn't no virgin. But you know what I mean. She don't have no heartache for no relationship. She don't have no bad breakups. Man, let me tell you something, man. A woman with a string of bad breakups and relationships, she was the problem. Because here's the thing you got to understand. Somebody may say, what, that'll be all right? You don't know. You don't know, man. All the men could be the problem, man. You don't never know. She could just been the best girl in the world, man. All the men with a problem, man. No, that'll be away. You don't know what you're talking about now, boy. Let me tell you something. Every time you try to think to say what women think, boy, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. I'll be back though, cause you're a good content creator. That's the way. Okay, sucker, unsubscribe. Before you go, let me tell you this. Every time a woman leaves a relationship, she chooses her next man based on the things that she doesn't want from that relationship.
He got good insight with this. That's why I want to piggyback off of him right there. That was some fire content from right there. I can't front because I'm about to add on to this. Y'all hear what he just said? That was pretty fire. Shout out to BOA on that one.
Girl in the world, man. All the men with a problem, man. No, that'll be away. You don't know what you're talking about now, boy. Let me tell you something. Every time you try to say what, a good country career. Before you go, let me tell you this. Every time a woman leaves a relationship, she chooses her next man based on the things that she doesn't want from that relationship. So if a woman has been in 5 relationships, that 5th man was the best man she could ever hope to find because from the first man, she didn't like the things she didn't like from him. She made sure the second man didn't have them. She made sure the third man didn't have the things that she didn't like from the first 2 men. She made sure the 4th man didn't have the things she didn't like from the first 3 men. And she made sure the 5th man didn't have 4 men worth of things she didn't like. By that point, she got the best man she could ever have, and she still fucked up that relationship too.
I'm at the stage in my life where I want a husband, but then I think, okay, there's no way I can get everything from one man, right? It's like I need one guy to bang me, one guy to cook for me, one guy to make me laugh, one guy to build furniture for me. So maybe I'm not looking for a husband, maybe I'm looking for a staff.
5 bodies is damn near a virgin nowadays. 10 bodies are considered low with these women. That's what you're getting out here in most situations. Community, forget about it. It's like dudes gloss over this. Y'all completely ignore this, man. Kick God out of schools. Y'all don't give a damn about sex. Thumb your nose up at me when I'm talking about not having sex, laughing, trying to shame me. What kind of outcomes are you people expecting, bro? What kind of outcome are you people expecting, bro?
You give him a chance, girl. When you find a guy that seems a little boring to you and maybe you don't have all these butterflies, that's a really good sign. Here's why. Because a lot of single moms like you and I are used to toxic relationships. That became our normal. So when you meet a good man and you're like, meh, but he's a good guy, he's like a good dad, he's a good human, he's got a good job, like I don't know, I just don't feel butterflies. This is good. Butterflies are a bad sign. If you have butterflies instantly, someone's trying to love bomb you. That's not good. The real butterflies are peace. Do you feel peace when you're with this man? Then keep dating him. Give him a chance. He will show you that he's not boring.
And here's a secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is we're just 20s, early 30s. Our late 20s, early 30s. Our late 20s, early 30s is we're just exhausted by the jerks, and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right? And that's you.
You a winner! You a winner! You a winner!
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
It's funny how dudes just ignore that, bro. I don't. What is it about guys that just don't like? Are y'all in denial? I keep telling you, a lot of dudes believe into that soulmate crap. 0.000 batting average is somehow going to work out with this person. With you, it's going to be different. How? How do y'all figure that? You 0 for 10, 0 for 20, 0 for 30, 0 for 100. You think you're going to find that again? So I'll be laughing at these women who be divorcing gumps and stuff. Like, you really think you're going to find that again? But I just wanted to talk about that, man. Again, you ain't first, you're last. This is funny how that glossed over most people's head. Gave y'all a fire video, didn't even get a lot of hits, bro. I just showed me right there, people got their head in the sand. Just bury your head in the sand, wait for the effing prom. I'm not trying to say don't get involved. No, but I'm trying to say is you need to be realistic out there. We live in a hookup culture. We live in a hookup culture. There's no chastity here. There's no God here. Hookup culture. What do you people think out here, man? Hook up culture. What kind of outcomes are y'all expecting from hookup culture? If you ain't first, you're last.
She'd have been with a provider. She'd have been with a man who ain't got nothing. She'd been with a man that was motivated. She'd been with a man that was lazy. She'd been with a man that was, I give you the sun, the rain. She'd been with a man that was abusive. She'd been with a man that was obtrusive. She'd have been with a man that was home all the time. She'd been with a man that was gone all the time. She'd been with a man she didn't live with. She'd been with a man she did live with. She'd been with a man you to break her back. She'd been with a man you used to get him a snack. She'd been with all these types of men. And every relationship she's been in has failed. It's because of her.
I'm at the stage in my life where I want a husband, but then I think, okay, there's no way I can get everything from one man, right? It's like I need one guy to bang me, one guy to cook for me, one guy to make me laugh, one guy to build furniture for me. So maybe I'm not looking for a husband. Maybe I'm looking for a staff.
I mean, do y'all not see it?
When I was younger, I definitely felt like I needed, like, you know, just somebody. I wanted an adult boy, like little princess that was with adult boy. Yeah. But as I get older, I'm like, damn, where the lame ones at? The lame ones?
Late 20s, early 30s. Late 20s, early 30s.
Adult boy. Yeah. But as I get older, I'm like, damn, where the lame ones at? The lame ones?
The regular smuggler, that's what she means.
The 9 to 5 guys.
Hey, guys, they are asking, hey, where the lame guys at?
No,
that's not true.
It is true.
No, we're not asking that, though.
She didn't have a better word.
She knew what she said. She meant what she said. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Look, the girl doesn't like you anymore. Can't you get that through your greasy head?
You think dudes will get this, man?
Was the dope boy lifestyle, what you felt like you playing Grand Theft Auto or something? Like, was it exhilarating? Like, what was that?
It's just exciting.
Yeah, did you, what you felt
No,
like?
it was like, oh, the cute little girl with the dimples. Why is she with this guy?
I have his Glock in my purse.
She was, as I get older, my preferences have changed a lot. But, like, just logically thinking, now at 32, it's like,
I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s systems, I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s.
Like, dudes, like, I don't get it. How are y'all not seeing this? It's like dudes don't want to accept this. If you ain't first, you last, bro. If you ain't first, you're last, especially in hookup culture. The culture. Why I got all these clips saying the same thing?
But like just logically thinking.
I have his block in my purse.
She was as I get older, my preferences have changed a lot. But like just logically thinking, now at 32, it's like,
Now you want the nice guy. The nice guy's been in the DM since you was 23.
literally
Hoping for a chance. and you looked at that shit like, ew.
Delete.
Yo, they say nice guys finish last.
They really do though. Listen, I'm all for a nice guy, but my thing is,
I knew that butt was coming.
don't be too much of a nice guy. Where
First of all, don't be letting these. If you still listening to women, I don't know what. Just man, learn to love yourself. She get in where she fit in, bro. But that's not going to apply to most dudes. That's not going to apply to most dudes. If you ain't first, you're last, bro.
So you can't just look at a woman and say, well, we're gonna make it work. No, we're gonna make it. Yeah, because you fix yourself as a man. You've improved yourself as a man. Ain't no woman, listen, man, I'm not gonna be in no guinea pig type relationship for no woman to fix herself with me, dog.
Learning on the fly. I think I can, with the right man, I can, no, hell no. Hell no. Even if you learn on the fly, 0.000 batting average, he gonna get it right? No, hell no. Hell to the no. That fairy tale, Disney fairy tale crap, it'll work out with this one. How's that working out for the majority of people? The majority of men. Again, I keep telling y'all, it does matter. It does matter. Oh, really? That's not going to play? All right, we'll go to this one.
Because God took away my desire for promiscuity and all that stuff, that I didn't have a desire anymore, even like for my husband. And although my husband and I would have sex, it was like really hard for me. Like I really had to push myself to go there.
I'm going to keep, again, Mr. Fundamentals. Mr. Fundamentals, you misuse the sex force. And this, again, if you ain't first, you're last. That's what you're going to be dealing with. The trickle-down effects of the 20%ers. Dealing with the ripple effects of that. And again, that's why I keep asking, like, what makes them different? What makes them different? What makes the majority different? I'm just asking questions for those of you that are actually have some kind of standards. What makes most of them different?
Now, let's talk about where your power does lie. Women, you have a vagina. So, you are powerful, but you are misusing your vagina. You give it away all the time. You say you want to be a wife, but you give it out freely. This is what makes it special. Why should
you give it out freely? What makes it special? And that's what I talk about, especially the path that I'm walking out having sex. It's like, what am I getting that some other dude hasn't gotten already? You've already given your body away. What do we get? What's new here? Again, there's no delusion. There's no anger. There's no bitterness. I told y'all dying alone is, I've already accepted that reality. I've been saying it. I got a platform to voice my opinion. I'm just giving 2 middle fingers to Babylon. What makes it special? Only a clown would go around giving their bodies away to the worst man possible. And then all of a sudden say now, after being used and abused and split open, late 20s, early 30s, now I know my worth. You're not going to do that to me anymore. I require this, I require this, I require this, I require this, what you didn't do before. And then got the nerve to get mad at men who have options and take care of themselves in their 40s and 50s. Want to go younger. You want to try to shame them because most of y'all out here giving your bodies away. What makes it special? You're not getting anything new.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Ray jump to the equation and become Prince Charming when you let Pookie have the vagina for chicken? Okay? You are mismanaging your power, which is your vagina. And your vagina should only go to the man that wants the things that you desire.
You know, if you're giving your body away to the man who didn't want that, only a clown would accept that. So it won't be the guy that you want who's going to go for that. Good luck out there, y'all.
If you want a relationship, I don't care if he's tall, dark, handsome, and has 6 figures, he should not get any of your time because he's not an option. He's not an option for what you desire.
Good luck there. Again, just like Tyler Perry talking about black women need to lower expectations. I've been telling y'all that's what you're going to have to do. And that's all Kevin Samuels was trying to get y'all to do, was lower your expectations. That's all he was trying to get y'all to do. But I ask you men, I ask you, do you really want to be the guy that she settles for? The guy that she didn't go to whenever she was in her prime? When she was in her 20s having a good time? Wouldn't even look in your direction? Didn't even acknowledge your existence? Do you really want that woman after all that? I know it's a rhetorical question for some of you dudes, because some of you dudes like Steve Harvey, I'll take her after she got a bunch of bastard kids and ran through. But again, this is going to be you.
Because God took away my desire for promiscuity and all that stuff, that I didn't have a desire anymore, even like for my husband. And although my husband and I would have sex, it was like really hard for me. Like I really had to push myself to go there.
That's the average man with the average woman who don't match her imprint. She has to push herself. Why do you think the sex stopped after y'all get married and have a couple of kids? She got what she wanted. She got what she wanted.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
I deserve a fixed version of you, bro. Not the fixer-upper. I ain't finna fixer-upper no one. I'll fixer-upper. I'll get a crib that's a fixer-upper. I'm not finna get no woman that's a fixer-upper, dog. I'm not finna do that. I ain't doing it, man. It ain't worth it to me. I ain't got the time, effort, energy, and I damn sure ain't finna expend the resources on it, man.
I agree with BOA on that one. I just want to piggyback off that little session there. But yeah, I've been talking about, and this is funny how a lot of guys just gloss over that. So many men are hard up for a woman that they just completely overlook all of that. And you're going to be, she has to push herself. Are y'all not seeing the patterns? I just literally did that video. Y'all check that video out. It didn't get a lot of hits, man. A woman was saying that. I was just reporting on it. She literally said everything I be talking about. This is the society we live in. Move accordingly. All I'm trying to say is you need to be realistic out there. We live in hookup culture. You want to get your passports? Stay your ass over there. You better not bring them back over here because this is the culture we live in. Did that video, dating in your 40s. Control C, Control V. This is where we are. Move accordingly. Well, think about that. I'm off base. Am I bitter? Am I angry? You're just bitter and angry. You're bitter and angry. Again, keep playing the same clips over and over and over again because that's how sin works. That's the society we live in. I'm just calling it out, bro. Don't expect it to change anytime soon. No point in going back and forth arguing with people.
Too much talking, 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 too much talking.
Yep, not doing all that back and forth. Dudes trip me out here arguing with Pookie and Chad's concubines, man. These women belong to the streets, most of them. No amount of lobster or champagne is going to change that. The imprint is spiritual. And if you don't match it, you need to own it. But it's just funny whenever you bring that up. Dudes going to laugh at other guys. And that's most of y'all's girlfriends already been sampled by the streets. You're not her first. So in a way, you're a cuck as well. You might not outright see the dudes before you, but you know you're the guy with the roses. You know you're the guy with the roses. How are you not? Because those other guys didn't give her roses and put a ring on it. You are, though. And that picture I showed, there was 4 guys in the front. That was 4. Double digits, triple digits. Man, come on, man. And dudes are still, okay, yeah, I'll do whatever you want, yeah. And then making big time videos shitting on all women. Nope. You got to invite the vampire in. It is what it is, bro. I just want to get my 2 cents again, man. I'm going to keep harping on it, man. In some form or fashion. in some form or fashion, bro.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Quote Reese Bobby. But yeah, I rambled long enough on that, man. I just wanted to share that, bro. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep harping on this. It's funny how a lot of dudes will gloss over that. You say it and it's just like y'all try to shame and, oh, you're gay, you're a virgin, oh, you got a little dick, you can't get no bitches. Y'all know goddamn well that ain't true. Get out of here. Told you, bro.
It doesn't matter what you people think.
Power and difference, man. I don't know if I'm doing this before or after that one, but yeah. Power and difference. It is what it is, man. Learn to love that man in the mirror. And if you ain't first, you are last. That is all I got, good peoples. I am out. Laters.